Started. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to Health Talk with Dr. Mutiat. My name is Dr. Mutiat. I'm board certified nurse practitioner. Welcome. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Sunday. Although it's cold where I am, but it's still a beautiful Sunday nonetheless. You're going to have to excuse me a couple of times during this video because I'm cooking. I decided to start making asaro and it's not done. I thought I'd been done, but it's not done. So follow that cooking adventure on my page. But thank you all for joining me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to teach you. I do not take this for granted. While you're at it, while you're here, please make sure you share this video to anybody that you feel might like it. Just hit the share button. And as I'm saying it, let me also do the same. Let me share it. And I just did. See how long it took? 2 seconds. All right. So today we're going to be discussing what we call cardiomyopathy. The reason why we're discussing it today is one of my babies, Glory, sent me a message asking me what is this and all that. And I was like, you know what? That will be this week's topic. And also remember, February is Heart Health Month. So we're going to be discussing the heart health, everything that has to do with heart health this month. If you have any questions, if you have any topics you want me to cover, please reach out to me, send me an inbox, and I will cover it. Simple. That's all that's needed. So like I said, we're going to be discussing cardiomyopathy today. Now, there are different types of cardiomyopathy, and we're going to be talking about it. Now, this is a very important topic to discuss. I know I'm dating myself talking about this or mentioning this name. If you've ever heard of Samuel Okparaji, like if you've heard of a footballer that passed out, that just died on the field. If you've heard of someone, they were just playing ball, all of a sudden, bam, they're gone. Cardiomyopathy. So things like that. It is very, very prevalent in our society as Nigerians, but we will always, we'll always attribute it to VPN. It is not VPN. It is not Village People Network. It is us. It's something that's going on with your body, especially your heart. Remember last week I told you only have one heart. If it's gone, it's gone. So one of the things we need to talk about is cardiomyopathy, okay? Cardiomyopathy, easy. I know I've said it like 10 million times. What is it? All right. It is a disease that affects the heart muscle and its ability to pump blood. Remember, the heart is a muscle. Good morning, Glory. Good morning, Daniel. My babies are here. Yay. Now, remember, the heart is a muscle. Again, if anything you do, remember the heart is a muscle, like a muscle. Oh, my arms are coming up. Yeah, muscle. All right. Cardiomyopathy is a disease that affects the muscle of the heart and its ability to pump blood. We know the heart has four levels, and I'm doing this: the right, the left atrium, and ventricles, and they are pumping blood, and that's what's keeping you awake. That's keeping you alive, and it never has a stop date. It doesn't have a rest date. So heard you need VPN. Hi, Christy Paul. Hello, Gani, Abi. What can we do? So, all right. So I'm smelling my asaro. I know, it's smelling delicious. Okay, so there are different types. There are different types of cardiomyopathy, but we're first going to break it into, for lack of a, I also call it types. Now we have primary cardiomyopathy, which is genetic or idiopathic, and we have secondary cardiomyopathy, which is caused by other diseases or your lifestyle. We have primary, the one we don't know the reason for, and the one you're born with. When you hear idiopathic in healthcare, idiopathic means we don't know what happened. When you hear congenital in healthcare, congenital, it means you were born with it. Like you were born with it. Congenital means you were born with it. Idiopathic means we don't know what caused it. And then we have secondary, it means we know what caused your cardiomyopathy. Like we know what caused whatever issues. Like when they say someone has primary hypertension, idiopathic hypertension, what does that mean? They don't know what caused it. When they say someone has hypertension related to ABCDE, then we know it's related to ABCDE. Most of the time in healthcare, we can tell what caused something, but there's sometimes we have no idea what caused it. And it's okay. All right. That's life. All right. Now, we're going to discuss a little bit about congenital. Remember, you're born with it. Idiopathic, we're going to talk about it. And we're going to mostly talk about the secondary, the one you kind of have control over. When I say I mean has control over. You have control over it. All right. So there are different types of the secondary. We're going to start with secondary first. Different types of secondary. We have dilated cardiomyopathy, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, restrictive cardiomyopathy, and arrhythmia-caused cardiomyopathy. Now, dilated, it just says it. It means like the heart chambers. Remember, we have atrium, we have ventricles. Now, the heart chambers, one of them or all of them are weak. They're not pumping. They're like, instead of pumping, they're like, maybe, I don't have energy. It's dilated. It's for how in Nigeria we say is lax, is loose. Yeah, the heart is lax. The muscle of the heart is just flabby, like the bottom of my hand. That is not tightening up like that. So it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Your heart is supposed to contract with force, like contracts, like it means business. But when you have dilated, it's just like, I don't, the laxness. Remember, think of my little over jelly Christian mother arms. It's dilated. All right. When we talk about hypertrophic means the muscle itself, it's too thick. Like when you have, like, say now look at the top of my arm. Look at my arm are doing good exercises today. They are doing good example. See this top of my hand, see how it's like thick. That's because I lift weight for muscles. I lift weight. So, but this is like your heart has lifted weight. When your heart shouldn't be lifting weight. Like the muscles are too thick. Like, you know, when you see someone that's body built, like it's very built, and they're trying to lift something or put it down, their body is restricted because of the amount of muscle they have in their hand. It won't go down like mine would. Like it will just right here. That's hypertrophic. Like the muscle is too big. The muscle is not supposed to be big. It's supposed to be slim fitted. All right. And then we have restrictive cardiomyopathy. Restrictive is it's stiff. Now, the first one is dilated, is loose. The second one is too thick. The muscle is too thick. This one is just too stiff. Like there's no, you know, when you bend down to pick something, your back is like, think about that. It's stiff. That's restrictive cardiomyopathy. Stiff wall. So when it's too stiff, there's not, like the blood is not, it reduces the blood filling capacity. Like it's supposed to hold 1 gallon, but when it's too stiff, that is not pushing, it's probably holding half a gallon of blood. You're not getting adequate blood flow. With hypertrophic, it's not, you know, I've explained that. All right. And also when we have arrhythmia causes, like it causes scarring, caused from scarring of, like, let's say you've had heart attacks or you constantly have arrhythmias. You've had arrhythmias on your heart, like, you know, it's been beating irregularly and you didn't know, and you didn't go fix it. So the scars, it's like when you cut yourself, like some of us are blessed unfortunately with keloids. Now, this is how I use. See how my skin is here, and then there's a spot here. That's a scar. It's not supposed to be a scar on your heart. But when your heart is constantly having issues and you've not gone to fix it because you didn't know about it, you've not gone to check it, you've not had an EKG done forever in your life, you don't know you have arrhythmia. So it's causing scars. So that can cause cardiomyopathy. All right. So now, like I explained earlier, we're going to talk a little bit about congenital cardiomyopathy. Congenital cardiomyopathy is when you're born with it. You're born with it. It's not in your control. Now, it can be caused by the area you lived in. It could be caused that, what did your mom do? Or where did your mom live? Like if there was, and it could be passed down in generation. It can pass down as in, like, it's hereditary. It's passed down from your mom to you, from your father to you, from your grandparents of paternal or maternal to you. I've always talked about it. You need to know what's going on in front of you. Like you need to see what's going on with your parents, your grandparents, your uncles, your aunties. Good chance whatever happens to them is going to happen to you. Not everything is VPN. No. Not everything is VPN. You need to know. So if it's somebody in your family or your lineage has had cardiomyopathy that is not passed down to you or passed down to your children. And it's not a thing of only mothers will pass down. Fathers pass it down. So all your men here listening, fathers and mothers are responsible for the children. It's not one person. It's not like, it's not, you delay, yeah. No, you delay by bed, you delay, yeah. Any one of them can send it, can pass it down. All right. When I say where the parents live, like some places, if the environment predisposes, you know, where we live, if you live in an area that's full of chemicals, that is not safe, unfortunately, it will seep into the mother's or the father's sperm or the mother's eggs. And unfortunately, the child may be born with congenital issues. It may not only be heart issues. It can be other issues. I mean, you guys have seen Erin Brockovich, like the movie. Like, you know, what happened, like this, they trace like chemical into the bloodstream where the kids are playing and the parents are playing. And, you know, it now entered their house and go and watch Erin Brockovich to understand what I mean by environment factors. All right. So we've talked about that. All right. Now let's talk about signs and symptoms of cardiomyopathy. All right. Signs and symptoms of cardiomyopathy. Parents, listen. Parents, do what? Listen. Watch your children when they play. When they play, I know there's shortness of breath when kids run around, but even when they are chilling, they are getting short of breath. Please carry that child to the hospital. When they are shortness of breath, trouble breathing, I know they will have it at play, but when they're even at rest, the child is not lazy. The child is not lazy. Something is wrong with that child. Watch them for shortness of breath. Even adults, even when you're sitting and you're so short of breath, you can't breathe. You need to go see your doctor. It's not like I'm okay, I just walk from here to here and I'm tired already. Not that. That it's even more pronounced. But when you're even at rest, shortness of breath at rest, go see your doctor. Chest pain. When someone complains to you they're having chest pain, don't just for that. Don't just say is yeah. When someone is complaining, children, especially with children, because our parents we're fond of one thing, we just ignore them, that they are just lazy. They don't want to do anything. No, I've seen a lot of things happen. And let me tell you, when someone complains to you about chest pain, please carry them to the hospital. Let them at least do an EKG. Let's make sure that they're not having arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats. Okay? When you, now brings me to the next one, irregular heartbeat. When you feel like your heart is fluttering, I mean, once in a while we'll have flutter. You feel it. Like, they will always joke like, when you meet someone new, your heart flutters. And in healthcare, we joke like, no, that's an arrhythmia, will kill you. Yes, that fluttering. You will know. It's like palpitations. Like, like, Yoruba will say, "Tayo your banja." Like, that's not caused by fear. But the same level of big that you're feeling, that's not caused by fear. If you notice that, go and see your doctor. If your child tells you, "Mommy, my chest feels like it's running away," take him to see a doctor. All right? When you notice swelling of your hands and your feet, notice it, especially of your neck, right here, your JVD, your jugular vein. We call it JVD, jugular vein distension. When you notice someone's vein popping, not when they're angry, when they're just chilling, you notice it, immediately, hospital, now. All right? When they cough, when they're lying flat, when you're lying down, when they cough, they're having regurgitations, sending them to the hospital. When they can't lie flat to sleep, to the hospital. When they can't lie flat to sleep, people should be able to sleep flat. But when you sleep flat and you start coughing or you can't breathe when you're laying flat, go see your doctor. Dizziness, fainting, go see your doctor. Shouldn't be fainting. There's no reason you should be fainting. Go see your doctor. Ishampo, yes. All right. So please, I'm just going to take a quick look and see if we have any questions that I may help answer. All right, cool. All right. So what causes cardiomyopathy? What causes it? Number one cause. Oh, okay. The one that will list. Hypertension. 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 If you have high blood pressure. Remember, I always say that high blood pressure has no symptoms. But when it starts to have symptoms, when you start to feel stuff, it has gone too far. So if you have high blood pressure, and you're not taking your medicine as the doctor prescribed, and you don't want to be dependent on your medicine, what's going to happen? Cardiomyopathy. Cardiomyopathy. Oh yeah, I know, I trust my Yoruba people. Someone will turn it into a song for me. If you don't take your medicine as prescribed by your doctor, you stop, because I don't want to be dependent on it. It's okay. Just know your heart is going to feel very soon. The end. No questions, no issues. All right. If you have heart tissues damaged from a heart attack, or if you have continuous palpitation, you have continuous arrhythmias without you knowing, or you knowing and just like, it's okay, it goes away. Auntie, uncle, you are playing with fire. Playing with fire. Playing with fire. Now, also when we have heart valve problems. Now, remember I told you there's like 4 chambers in the heart, and each chamber they have a valve. Like when the top is filling, the valve is closed. So the bottom can, when I don't have to explain this better. I want to use plumbing thing. But when one part is filling, the other one is closed. So the other one can complete its work. There's a valve there that, does its job. Like, when those ones have issues, we have the mitral valve, we have the tricuspid valve. When they have issues, or if it's your pulmonary valve or any valvular issues that it's not letting one fill and just letting fluid in, yeah, cardiomyopathy. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Remember, the heart is a muscle. Yeah, the mechanism in place. If one mechanism goes wrong, it's going to affect the rest of it. So be careful. All right. Some infections, dental infection, like from your teeth, dental infection goes to your heart. Yeah. Infection of your teeth can result in cardiomyopathy. Yeah. So you need to go see your dentist. You need to see your dentist minimum yearly. You need to go visit your teeth doctor, your dentist. Very important. All right. Metabolic diseases like thyroid issues, obesity, if you're overweight, too much pressure on the heart, too much work for the heart to do, can lead to cardiomyopathy. Lack of some vitamins, case in point, vitamin B1. If you're low on those, you're not, eating it or supplementing it. Yeah, cardiomyopathy. All right. Some women, pregnancy can cause cardiomyopathy. Yeah. Pregnancy, in Yoruba, they'll say, eku ewu is danger. Danger in bringing the child into life. Women go through a lot when they're pregnant. A lot of things change in their body. So when people are like, Shebi, she's just pregnant. Shebi, Alagbaja there too was pregnant. Each pregnancy is different. Each body is different. Some women, pregnancy will lead them into heart failure, will lead them into having cardiomyopathy. All right. Some other causes include iron. Large deposit of iron. If you're one that just supplementing iron just for the fun of it, and you don't need it, where is it going? Gang. Give me the answer. At what stage do someone get diagnosed with hypertension? Oh no, at any time. There's no stage. I've said it. Babies can have hypertension at any time. Anybody can be diagnosed with hypertension at any time. If you go see your doctor yearly, like you're supposed to go, you will know if you have hypertension. Okay, that's how I'm going to answer that. All right. If you drink too much if you drink too much alcohol, gang. Remember, it's a muscle. Too much alcohol. Yep. And then some people, I work in oncology, so there's some medications that we use in oncology that make damage to heart failure. That's before we do those chemotherapy, we check your heart function, and there's a lifetime limit on those medications that we give you. So we do watch those. All right. So we've talked about dilated cardiomyopathy. We talked about hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. We've talked about restrictive cardiomyopathy and risk factors, what may contribute to developing it. We've discussed it. Family history, important. Hypertension, important. Any condition of the heart, important. Things like that may preclude you. Include you. English is not my major. If it happened in your family before, it might happen to you. So, say you understand my English. All right? Okay. So, what can cardiomyopathy lead to? Number one, death. You just die. What can we say? He died. He was playing football all of a sudden. He was sitting there all of a sudden. He was showering, all of a sudden. Happens. All right? Heart failure leads you to heart failure. If you catch it early, that's a good day. Heart failure. It will cause blood clots. And we've discussed what blood clots cause. If blood clot goes to your heart, it causes what? Heart attack. If it goes to your brain, it causes what? Stroke. All right? We've talked about that. What can you do to prevent you from having cardiomyopathy? Remember, I said there's congenital and there's secondary. Congenital means you were born with it. So pretty much there's nothing you could have done about that. But secondary, for you people that may develop secondary, all right? I can, if I ask you to tell you can tell me, because it's something I say every week. A healthy diet, cardio exercises, do not drink, do not smoke, take all your medication as prescribed, your blood pressure medication, your diabetes medication, your cholesterol medication, sleep. Don't stress your heart. Remember, the heart is a what? A muscle. And lower the amount of stress you have in your life. Lower the amount of stress you have in your life. Eat right. Exercise. Take all your medicines. All right? Stay away from drugs, alcohol, and smoking. Illegal drugs, tobacco, all of the above. Lower your stress. How is it treated? If we catch it on time, medications, heart surgery, heart transplant. Can you afford any of this? I don't think so. A lot of people cannot. So just do what you need to do to prevent it from happening. All right. I think that's basically all I have to say about that. Now, do we have any questions? Do we have any questions while I'm here? Lying on the back, flat, or on the front? Either. The answer is either. Hi, Miss Candy. Thank you for joining. All right. Any other questions? Do we have any questions that I may help you answer while I am here? Yes, no, maybe. All right. Do I have any questions for you? Let's see. No, I don't think I have any questions for you. I don't think so. Do you have any questions for me? None? Okay. So if you don't have any questions for me, please, share this video. I know it's an important topic. I know I try to break it down as simple as I can, as I could. If anything I've said here resonates with you, please hit the share button and share with your people. Invite more people. I am here every Sunday at 6 p.m. Nigerian time, 11 a.m. Houston time. I'm here every time and we discuss topics that you guys ask me to discuss. I'm not discussing this for myself. I'm not doing this for my own glory. I'm not doing this for myself. I'm giving you information because I feel everybody should have the right to access information without paying for it. This is free. If you go somewhere else, they'll charge you extra for this. So, but all I ask and all I want you to do to encourage me is hit the share button. Encourage me by hitting the share button. Send to your friends, and let's have fun. Let's do this. All right. It's been a pleasure. Dr. Mutiat Sunshine signing off. Dr. Mutiat OG signing off. And please take care of your heart. All right.